Wow, talk about no pressure there. Good morning. I first would like to tell each and every one of you, congratulations. I know that I may not know you guys personally, but I am so proud of you for reaching this amazing milestone in your life. Life can be pretty wicked with the curveballs it throws you, but you each hit those curveballs out of the park, and it shows because here you all are sitting in front of me, about to be graduates. I want to tell you guys a little bit about my journey and why I am here this morning talking to you. But let's make a deal right now. If I start crying, shout the funniest words you can think of to get me to stop blabbering. Deal? Yeah. Okay, deal. In 2015, I was an able-bodied 18-year-old, which in case some might not know, means I had no disability whatsoever. I could walk, jump, run, skip, and do anything without any sort of hindrance. I had just graduated high school and decided to venture 15 hours away from home in Missouri to go to college on an athletic scholarship to play softball, which was my ultimate dream and everything I have ever wished for. During my first semester in college, I had a blast. I made so many friends and was out every weekend. Sorry, Mom. But all while maintaining a 4.0 GPA and playing softball. After midterms, I went home for break in December. I lived my life then so carelessly and free. I had absolutely no idea what curveball life was about to throw at me in just a couple of weeks. On Christmas Eve, I woke up just like every other day. But that would be the last day I would ever walk upon this earth. On that day, I spent the whole day celebrating the holidays with my family. We ate, we laughed, and we loved. Every year, my mother gives us one Christmas present to open up on Christmas Eve, and it's always Christmas pajamas. That year, I had the privilege of flaunting pink flamingo pajamas. Yikes. I know, but you guys know how moms are. It got to be late during a very intense game of apples to apples with my little brother when my older brother remembered he had to let out our family friend's dogs. My boyfriend also had to get home to his family so he could wake up with them on Christmas Day. So they decided to kill two birds with one stone and go together. I didn't want to go, honestly, because I was just ready to curl up in bed with my little brother and anxiously await for the arrival of Santa. But my family was nervous for my older brother because he had worked a long, full day at work, so I was volunteered to keep him awake. My last steps were taken going into that blue Ford Focus that would never return. My brother used to like to think he was in the movie Fast and Furious, like most boys his age. No offense to any of you younger gentlemen sitting in front of me. Then we missed a turn, and then another. That blue Ford Focus slammed into a tree going 55 miles per hour, crushing our car like an accordion. The next thing I remember is hearing the car automatically call 911. When the phone operator answered the phone, I immediately went into shock. My brother and boyfriend both got out of the car to assess their damage, but when I tried, I felt like I had a ton of bricks on my legs, preventing me from moving. I looked down at those silly pink flamingo pajamas and knew that the legs that had taken me on this athletic scholarship were now paralyzed. On Christmas morning, I was told from my father and the doctor that I would never walk again. As my dad told me this news, I felt the hand that had always lifted me up in strength go weak. I knew I had to turn this around somehow. I had to bring strength and reassurance, not only into myself, but to those who have breathed that same strength into me. Somewhere in between making friends with shadow people and having full-on conversations with myself thanks to morphine, quick shout out to my mom for dealing with that craziness, but somewhere in between those moments, I realized that although my body might be as broken as Humpty Dumpty, my fight and my spirit were not. I had so much opportunity to chase and so much gratitude to express. I picked myself up off the cold hard floor and rose into the phoenix I am today. Now here I am, telling you guys my survival story. I am Miss Wheelchair Virginia and living 150% independently. I'm a college student, I work full-time, and I'm getting married in 2020. I can do more than I ever imagined and have packed more into those 3 years living with a spinal cord injury than I ever did before. I have jet skied, rode horses, rock climbed, zip lined, participated in a fashion show, and I am not done yet. That is the message I want to get across to each and every one of you guys today. There is no such thing as a disability. We all have our challenges in our lives that can make things difficult, but they do not define us or make us any less able. Sure, our set of challenges may be unique, but that just gives us a better, stronger outlook on life. I read recently a quote that has stuck with me in my everyday life. You have survived 100% of your worst days. Keep going. How refreshing is that? The fact that you are all so strong to make it past the days that maybe you thought you couldn't. That shows you how truly able you are. Don't give up now. Don't let society tell you what you can and cannot do, because you have proved time and time again that you can and that you will. One thing I have come to know very well is that people love to focus on the negative. Don't be like them. Don't look at what your challenges may have taken away from you, but look at all of which they have brought you. If I focus on everything my paralysis has taken away from me, I'd be a very unhappy girl. But I choose to instead to look at everything I can still do and that I will do. I have a word tattooed on my forearm to remind myself of the mindset I always wish to carry. That word is perspective. Life is how you look at it, and you can either choose to make it crappy or you can choose to make it awesome. I'm sorry. Perspective is truly sometimes the only thing you can have control over. Choose to be happy. Choose to be amazing. Choose to be kind and caring. Choose to be great. You are all already on the right path. Keep trucking. Even when it gets bumpy or storm clouds roll in, remember who you are, where you come from, and all the amazing things you have to bring to this life. Thank you, and congratulations again, guys.